Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our exclusive webinar with one of our newest partners, Oliver's Travels. We are so excited to have Oliver's Travels join our collection because now when you say, Julian, do you have a property in fill in the country? I can say, yes, we do. We literally almost have a property in every country. Thank you to Oliver's Travels for choosing the Muse collection. So my name is Julian Thomas. I am located in Washington, D.C. area, just across the water in Arlington, Virginia. We have been very busy on travel. So if you are in Washington, D.C., Boston, Toronto, Montreal, Nashville, Atlanta, please let us know if you have not received an invitation for our upcoming week's events. We are traveling to you. So welcome. Please remember we have a brand website. You will receive an email after this presentation with the recording. We have a brand site with all of our partners on that. And we also have a VIP, your guest site, so that you can fill in when you book with a Muse partner and they will receive a VIP amenity through the Muse collection with a handwritten note. So please be sure to sign up your guests in the VIP guests. So I'm so happy to introduce our presenter and the rest of the team today. So welcome, Charlotte Heinrich is here and she is based in London. We have Fern Higgins as well, and then Adelaide Daniel, who is here in the United States. So welcome, ladies. Please introduce your team and introduce your Oliver's Travels. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Julian, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. As Julian mentioned, my name is Charlotte Heinrich, and I'm delighted to be representing Oliver's Travels. So who are we? We are a luxury villa specialist offering a carefully curated collection across exceptional properties across Europe and around the globe. We work closely with fantastic travel advisors like yourselves to create truly phenomenal, tailor-made experiences for our mutual clients. So we are so humbled to have been voted one of the best villa rental companies by Condé Nast Traveler for 9 consecutive years, a distinction voted on by both travel professionals and guests across the world. And while I do love reminding people of our awards, really what matters to us is not the titles themselves, but what they represent. And to us, that's consistency, exceptional service, and excitement for what we do. So in addition to our awards, you might have come across us in some of the travel publications your clients are already reading. So I'm still waiting for my full page feature, but in the meantime, here are a few mentions from December and January alone. So we've got the New York Times, Lonely Planet, Tatler, and Forbes. So some really fun stuff. And so that's us in print, but I also wanted to show you something a little bit more dynamic. So this is our latest TV ad, which premiered on Boxing Day on Disney+.
John always wanted to stay in a medieval castle with a heated pool. The Tuscan villa really brought out the romantic in Steve and a desire for the perfect backhand volley. Sophie asked only for tranquility, a wine cellar, private chef, and visiting DJ. At Oliver's Travels, every holiday home is extraordinary, whatever you're into. All Jen wanted was peace and quiet, and her favorite book. Oliver's Travels. Why do ordinary?
So what I love about that campaign is how it captures the spirit of Oliver's Travels. And to understand where that comes from, let's go back to how the company began. So meet our co-founders, our namesake, Ollie or Oliver on the left and Ravi on the right. So these men grew up together and went to school together long before they ever imagined starting a travel company. And so after university, they took what was meant to be a simple holiday to Bordeaux and ended up staying in this amazing crumbling chateau. And it was so extraordinary that it completely changed the course of both of their careers. I like to tell people some people bring back souvenirs, but Ollie and Ravi brought back a business idea. So they hopped on their return flight to London, convinced there had to be a better way to connect travelers with these truly exceptional properties. And that's how Simply Chateau was born. So as demand grew, the business expanded beyond France into Spain, Italy, and other European destinations. And in 2013, everything came together under one name, Oliver's Travels. So today, we are a team of around 100 staff based in London with a portfolio of over 9,000 hand-picked vacation rentals across 19 destinations worldwide. And all inspired by that original, dare I say, boys trip. So as you saw in our commercial, part of our ethos is connecting people with their version of a dream vacation. And as you all probably know well, it can look wildly different from one client to the next. So we are really able to do this through our collections, whether it's a chateau or a beachside resort or a penthouse in Paris, or even this funky looking bungalow in South Africa, we have it. So here's our full portfolio destination-wise. As I mentioned, we're across 19 destinations. So France for us is where it all began, and so it's no surprise that it's still our largest and most booked destination. We now have over 2,000 villas there. Next up, we have Italy and Spain, and those flip-flop in between 2 and 3, always competing, and they both have over 1,000 homes each. So then from there, we move out into our European core markets, which include the UK, Portugal, Greece, and Croatia. And across these destinations, we typically have between 400 to 800 rentals. And then beyond Europe, our portfolio really expands into some super sought after destinations. So among these, you'll find Finland, Morocco, the Caribbean, and Thailand are where we see the highest volume of travel agent inquiries. And the good news is that once a client sees a villa, they really do sell themselves. So next, I'm going to take you through 5 of our vacation homes featuring real stays and collaborations with content creators, all from 2025, and we even have one from 2026. So first up, we have Château de la Tour. And this is one of our 181 chateaux we have sprinkled all over France. So Château de la Tour is located right in the center of the Loire Valley, and it doesn't really get much better than that. So Château de la Tour has 12 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and if you can't tell from the photos already, it just has that super elegant and classic feel. So for a little more context, I always tell people that Château de la Tour is like a real life escape to the chateau because its owner was an interior designer who brought the whole property back to life. And it's so great because in addition to the chateau itself, it's super close to a handful of these quaint medieval villages all over the Loire Valley. So now I'm going to play a video clip of a real stay that took place over the summer, so you can really get a feel for it. And just so you're aware, the video doesn't have audio. You're unfortunately stuck with my narration. So I will quickly explain the context while you watch the video. So this was created by a UK content creator, Fleur de Force, during a multi-generational family stay. So it was her family and 4 other families. So she shared how it felt like a real adventure for the children with the sprawling meadows and the pool, while still being wonderfully laid back for the parents. And she particularly mentioned how they loved sampling the local rosé. So now let's fly over to Greece and let me show you one of my favorites, Olive Mill Villa on Kefalonika, which is one of our 270 homes dotted across the Ionian Islands. So Olive Mill Villa is a 5-bed, 5-bath, and I think it would be perfect for a larger family. And so what I love about this one is that it's tucked away in the countryside, but is also super close, about a mile and a half from the beach and the local village. So one of our guests, James, stayed here in July to celebrate his 35th wedding anniversary, and he described it as magical, which you can just see from these photos. So you will also see in his review that he gave a shout out to a woman named Yolanda, and Yolanda is the house chef and is available for each and every stay, included in the rental rate. So I will play a clip from our guest in October who loved this home as much as we do. So this was Maddie, otherwise known as Crip and Dip on socials, and this was her girls trip. So if you're a foodie, you can really appreciate this. She absolutely loved the fresh seafood, ceviche, and pasta that Yolanda prepared, all made even better with those gorgeous backdrops. Ugh, I could just watch that video on repeat. So now let's bring it back to our neck of the woods and go to the UK. So this is the Gardens house situated on the Royal Sandringham estate. And this home was once the residence of the head gardener. So it really gives guests an authentic taste of that British country life and tends to be a huge hit with our American clients. So the Sandringham estate is about 2.5 hours northeast of London in Norfolk, which is a really peaceful, bucolic part of England, super close to the coast. So it's a 4-bed, 3-bath. I think it would be really perfect for a smaller family seeking total relaxation and really to escape. So this was another stay by a content creator named Josie Irons, and her photos here are just so lovely. So here's some snippets from a YouTube video she created. And you can just imagine how cozy that fireplace would be and how unreal those walks would be around the grounds. And unfortunately, Josie's puppies are not included. So now let's move to Pine Lodge, one of our 40 gorgeous chalets and lodges in Finland. And this is not to be confused with how the US looked earlier this week, or still probably looks for some of you. So the Pine Lodge is an 8-bed, 8-bath rental, which would really be ideal for maybe 2 families or for a multi-generational stay. So it's nestled way up north in between 2 national parks, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce its location. So I just love how unbelievably cozy this one is. So you have a huge family dining room, panoramic windows, a fireplace, hot tub, sauna, you name it. And now I'll show you some clips of one of our content creators, Sherry Lynn, did for us this January. So Sherry Lynn is a US-based content creator, and she took a group of her friends here and was lucky enough to see the Northern Lights. So as you can see, it's just the epitome of comfort and escape with those views that really just take your breath away. So last, but certainly not least, let's go to the Amalfi Coast, where we have 129 villas. And here's one of my personal favorites, Villa Cantarina. So Villa Cantarina is a 5-bed, 5-bath, perched right on the hillside of Positano. So each suite is super plush and opens up to these gorgeous balconies, which you can see in the top right-hand photo. And I can just imagine drinking a cappuccino and soaking in the views in the morning. So what's super special about this property is its place on the hillside. And it has these romantic, lush pathways that meander down to your own private dock for swimming and sunbathing. So This was a real stay by another US-based travel content creator, Mir, who visited this past summer. And he shared some really stunning imagery, and you can see these winding pathways with these vibrant blooms in the gardens. And of course, who could resist that lovely pink facade? So here is Mir's video, and you can really see in it that wow factor that your clients will have when they stay here. So all of our villas are undeniably beautiful, but just as important is everything happening behind the scenes to make sure your stays are not only memorable, but completely worry-free. And so that's where our health and safety audits come in. So this past year, we have partnered with Hotel Check, which is a private auditing company based in Mallorca. And we have rolled out health and safety audits on 2,000 of our rentals in our portfolio to really give you that peace of mind. All right, now back to the fun stuff. So you saw in our commercial that you can ask for a DJ, and you saw Yolanda's amazing cooking in Greece. So who makes all of this happen is our outstanding concierge team. So our concierge team is small but mighty, a team of 2 women named Anne and Atara, and they really are fantastic at what they do. So they can do anything from transfers and fridge stocks to more complicated requests that we have gotten and we're able to do, like bringing in a grand piano to a chateau and getting a chef just for a dog. So as soon as your deposit is paid, we'll put you in touch with our concierge team. It's entirely complimentary, designed to help travel advisors like you get a lot of your time back. The only thing we request here is that we get your request 6 weeks before arrival date. So now let's get to the most important part, how to book. So first you'll get in touch with us either by giving us a call on our American line or emailing us at agents@oliverstravels.com. When you get in touch, you'll share all of your details like dates of travel, guest details, location, and the more specific, the better. After we have your request, we will create a shortlisted group of villas for you to select from, and you'll get this shortlist within 24 hours. So while we don't have all 9,000 rental homes memorized, we do have a lot of familiarity of what might work and what our agents are really looking for. So from there, we'll send you the options and you and your client will select a favorite or 2. And what we can do is put a hold on your dates for 48 hours. We realize that your clients like to look through the options thoroughly, and this just gives you a bit of wiggle room without having to worry of your dates being taken by another guest. And then from there, our final step, we get you all booked in, take payment, and introduce you to our concierge team. So to confirm your booking, we require a 35% deposit. So for a few of our higher value bookings, it will be the 50% deposit, but that will be always communicated transparently. And then the balance will always be due 12 weeks before check-in. So most clients like to pay via secure payment link, which is great because advisors can just forward it on to their clients. But of course, we're flexible and we can accept wire transfers and cards also over the phone. And we do take American Express. So one quick call out, payments are currently required in pounds, given our status as a British company, but we are working to accept US dollars and should have this ready later in 2026. And then when it comes to cancellations, we do have a 48-hour grace period from when the deposit is paid, and it's entirely free. But then after that, our payments are non-refundable, so we always recommend taking out insurance. So, we have really designed our agents department to make your life easier and rewarding. So, for a bit of context, our average booking value for US advisors is around 12,000. And all of our advisors earn 10% commission on each confirmed booking. So, you'd be looking at $1,200 per booking in commission. And then when it comes to commission, we can do it one of two ways. So we can do it either as net, which acts as a discount, or gross, where you invoice us for commission after the balance is paid. And that's something I really want to emphasize is that you don't need to wait until after travel. And we can pay your commission after the balance is paid, which is always 12 weeks before travel. Also, right now, we are in the middle of our early bird offer, which is just for agents. So we launched this campaign at the start of December and it will go through the end of February. So it's fairly simple. Each booking equals one entry into our draw, and the winner will win a complimentary stay for 7 nights at Chez La Vigneron in the south of France. And that can host you and up to 7 guests. So it's definitely not too late to get involved, and we would absolutely love to see one of our Muse agent partners win. So now let me present our fabulous team of ladies. So our team is led by Emma and Fern, and then working left to right, we have Adelaide, who will be a key contact for you. Adelaide is our American sales representative, and she's based in Austin, working on Central Time. She's super responsive and really goes above and beyond for all of her advisors. And I'm not just saying that because she's on the call. Then we have Bella, and Bella is our senior sales rep on the UK side. She has been with Oliver's Travels for a number of years and is super well versed with our European portfolio. So she's a great contact to have as well. And you'll see Bella popping in and out of emails if Adelaide is ever out of office. And then we have Patricia, who is super experienced and also on our UK side of the pond. And she was born and raised in Spain, so typically is our go-to person for Spain inquiries and a huge asset for our Spanish-speaking clients. And then there's me. So I come in from an account management perspective and specifically am here to be your point person, provide trainings, education, and really understand how I can best support you. So let's get started. So now I'm going to ask you to pull out your phone and scan this QR code, which is going to present you one of 3 options. So the first option is going to be a form, and this is so you can register with us. So please do that so you can get in our system and get all of our updates on incentives and fam trips we're running for agents. And then the second and third option will be to book a call with Adelaide or myself. So Adelaide will be the best person if you have a specific inquiry you want to work on. And then I'm there too if you want to learn more about Oliver's Travels. So if you have an inquiry today, please go ahead and email us at agents@oliverstravels.com. And if not, you can also email me at charlotte@oliverstravels.com. So I want to thank everyone for your time today. I hope you're as excited as I am to work together and to get started. And now I'd like to open up the floor for questions.
Yes, does anyone have any questions about the booking process or about any destinations that Oliver's Travels can offer to your clients? Okay, looks like some folks are already booking with you, so we'll continue booking. Wonderful. Perfect. So if you click on, or if you hold your phone up to that QR code, you get to the link tree, which has a lot of great resources for you. So please do so, and you'll be able to connect with anyone on the team of Oliver's Travels. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today. We're so excited to have you in our collection. And thank you to all the advisors who came today and to those that are watching the recording at home later. We are excited to announce that we have our next exclusive webinar next Tuesday, February 3rd at 12 noon. We are going to meet our new partner, GB Therma Hotels, which are a wellness spa in Italy. It's with Albano Grand and the Grand Hotel Trieste and Victoria. So we look forward to seeing you then. And if anyone has any questions, I will send an email out after this webinar with the recording as well as contact information for these ladies. And we look forward to booking Oliver's travels and see next time at the next webinar. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.